Okay, we've gathered an awful lot of data here, and let's analyze it. So we had a P1744. So if you remember, it means that these two halves are not locking together. We had black fluid with grit, and our stall test showed 2400 RPM. So the torque converter clutch is probably worn out. That's where the black fluid is coming from. And the transaxle pump is making pressure. So we're okay there. We're getting 3 shifts, and they're not harsh, and the PCM is sending 13 volts. The computer here is sending 13 volts, we know, to the solenoid. But we're not getting any RPM drop from the engine. But that does mean we don't have a problem with some sort of sensor, like a break-off switch or a throttle position sensor, and we don't have a defective computer here, and or that needs reprogramming. So the various sensors that the computer are looking at are good, we know. It also probably means that there's not excessive pressure destroying the clutch. You know, if the pump made so much pressure and pushed here really hard, it could damage something. Our wiring harness, we disconnected it here, and we measured 1.8 ohms, so that was good. We also found no low resistance short to ground. We found over 10,000, so when this was disconnected and we hooked up between approximately here and here, we didn't find any shorts. And there's no P0743 code, which would mean that something's electrically open, like a broken wire or something like that. Or there was high resistance. So the wiring is probably good. All shift solenoids clicked when we put a voltage here. We heard the clicking noise of that thing moving. And the TCC solenoid and wiring harness, they got 13 to 27 ohms. So we checked between here and here with it connected this time, and we got an appropriate ohm reading. So that means, and we had no P1740, which would mean that the solenoid is not moving. It means that this right here would be stuck. So we know that the solenoid itself is probably good. It could be clogged. It could be something right here clogging it, preventing the valve from moving. We did find an external leak at the axle. I fixed it before I ran all these tests. In my case, it was leaking from here and here. And that probably what caused the torque converter failure. I bought it that way. The last thing you can do if you want to be absolutely sure that the torque converter is the part that's bad is you would want to check the valve body for wear, clogs, and binding. There's a lot of info on that at sonics.com. You could also take it off. You would unbolt the transmission oil pan and you take it off here. You could take it to a tranny shop with a test stand, or you could run one of the tests at sonics.com. Let me just show you that in the book here. So you take the oil pan off the transaxle. This would be the filter right here in the valve body. The TCC solenoid is going to be around here. I think it's this one. I could be wrong. This is the exploded diagram. The TCC solenoid is right there again. That would be the filter again, right there. While you're in there, you'd actually want to check the valves too for binding or excessive play. This system actually uses 2 valves to accomplish what we accomplished here. This is for these transmissions here, 91 to 96, and for the 1997 Escort, 98 to 2002, they changed to a different valve body, so I would expect something to be a little bit differently. But ultimately, our problem is that I need a new torque converter, and I need to fix the leaks here. And that solved my problem.
Click on one of my other videos to watch it, or subscribe, comment, and like.